Hello and welcome to the Rai Centre in Amsterdam on this, the last day of IBC 2012. It's Tuesday, the 11th of September. You're watching IBC TV News. In today's programme, the cloud takes flight. We look at the latest developments in remote asset management. Also today, we'll have a special report on the success of Ireland's RTE player. And we'll meet some of the young professionals in IBC's Rising Stars programme. But first, working in the cloud has great advantages, and for many in this industry, it seems the way to go. Faster connection speeds are creating new possibilities. Katrina Renton has this report.
For the last few days, it feels like there's been barely a cloud over us here in Amsterdam, but it's a different sort of cloud we're talking about today. For those not in the know, the cloud might seem like a nebulous concept, difficult to pin down, but there are significant developments happening in the cloud market. Chiron are market leaders when it comes to ways of using the cloud in the workplace. For example, they say in news graphics, the approach can be the most cost-effective way for broadcasters.
When they're using the system, as you've built a story, why build graphics for a story, 12 different times in 12 different regions? Why not have them build it once, and then you can reskin it for different shows, reskin it for different regions for their look and feel, that type of thing.
So ultimately, Todd, what are the benefits of this?
It increases collaboration, it reduces cost, reduces the time to create the graphics in the process.
It's the potential lack of privacy with systems like Dropbox, FileSend and USend that concerns some broadcasters.
I'm always of the opinion, though, you can outsource the task, but you can't outsource the responsibility. So when you take that leap of faith, you've got to be pretty sure in who you're putting your precious content with, that they have the sort of resilience and redundancy that you would have. Now, I'm not silly enough to think that us as broadcasters could produce data centres that are more resilient than someone who does that for a living. But sometimes we have to have data centres anyway, in that our broadcast equipment, our production equipment can't be too far away from the studio floor, for instance.
These are issues that are being addressed by the industry, looking for the benefits of the public cloud space, but with the security of a private system.
So we've developed a product called Media Shuttle, which we actually developed with input from the BBC. And basically the BBC have a bunch of remote journalists, remote camera crews, and they're all used to using cloud-based services like FileSend, USendIt, Dropbox, which are all very, very simple, but either have file size limits or store data in the cloud. So we've developed a product that allows the BBC to have the same simplicity, but store the data and the assets within the BBC network.
So when you hear it's cloudy out there, that could actually be a good thing.
Katrina Renton reporting. Now, the Irish broadcaster RTE has been expanding its on-demand video service, RTE Player. Programmes are now available across a range of platforms, and viewers have downloaded more than 400,000 apps. Not bad for a country of just 4 million people. Key development partners are Kit Digital and Samsung, who were first to offer RTE Player on its connected TVs. Graham Bowd has been to Dublin to find out more.
I could get very used to this kind of lifestyle, being driven around in this beautiful 1924 bull-nose Morris Oxford.
Nationwide, RTE's peak time magazine show and one of the most watched programmes on RTE Player. This jaunty journey through the Celtic countryside hardly fits the young demographic of the typical mobile TV viewer. But Ireland is said to be full of surprises, and one of them is the towering success of RTE's mobile app. RTE Player is widely used on phones and tablets. Now it's available on smart TVs. But as more platforms are embraced, the developers must guard against fragmentation. Without the resources of larger state broadcasters, commonality is key.
What we have to avoid, both from a cost perspective and also from a resource perspective is developing lots and lots of different bespoke products and services or versions of our products and services that are only useful on one platform or for a specific device. That's our big challenge with regard to the future.
Helen will tell us why she abandoned city life to move to rural Kilkenny to grow her own.
And Darragh will be here in County Meath doing a bit of part-time farming and commuting to Dublin for his full-time job.
RTE used Kit Digital's connected device framework to achieve consistency across all types of screen. Many people can't be bothered to read instructions, so the brief was to make the viewer interface as simple as possible.
It's very important that users can quickly get to content and play it, ideally within 2 clicks. So immediately this gives you the top viewed content during the last 30 days, and within 2 clicks you can be watching it. Again, advert driven and personalised if required.
The broadcaster is proud of an innovation it calls seamless viewing, which can effectively synchronise several devices.
If you have RTE player on your iPhone or iPad, or even if you have a connected TV with RTE player on it, so you can start watching your program on one device and then continue to on another device.
The data collected has produced some interesting audience research. It's shown that many mobile users are night owls with peak viewing after 10 p.m. It's not yet clear whether these viewers are a target for advertisers or children who watch secretly in bed.
The success of Ireland's RTE player. Now with our final roundup of business news from around the show, here's Julian O'Neill.
Thanks, Rob. And first today, the workflow specialist Digital Rapid says that it's signed more than 20 partners for its Kayak system. Kayak allows customers to control multiple devices through one interface.
One of the key benefits of the platform is that it treats technologies and functionality as self-contained building blocks that can be combined in any order.
Keltron Communications has announced a new satellite link monitor, the HMC5. The company says it can complete a full lineup within a minute. The HMC5 is compatible with all operating systems. Technicolor has teamed up with Telecom Italia to offer consumers a new hybrid pay TV over-the-top media server. The companies will market Technicolor's Media Play set-top box platform. System integrator ATG Broadcast has completed an HD playout system for Icelandic broadcaster RUV. 2 HD channels have been installed in Reykjavik. They use a Snell integrated content engine and a Morpheus automated routing control system. And finally, GB Labs has launched a new Tar-based network storage device for 4K editing. The MIDI Space SSD is designed as a cost-effective way to extend 4K to smaller post houses. Those are some of the main business stories from around the show. You can find out more news from exhibitors in the latest copy of the IBC Daily, which is available to pick up in the lobby on your way in from most of the major hotels. Rob.